Hey guys, Anna here with another War of the Visions video, and today we will be taking a look at two new waifus which will be arriving on Wednesday, which is actually tomorrow. It's actually almost lunchtime right here in Singapore. I still have not decided what welcome gifts to actually get them. I heard Lei or those Hawaiian garlands would look great on them, but I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's get on with today's video. For those of you who want a quick and dirty review, I got you. But I would of course appreciate it if you hit the sub button, drop a like, and stick around for the video for the detailed explanation as well. Okay, so I'm gonna leave her on the screen right here. This quick review is done by Blind Knight. I have mentioned his name a couple of times in my video. A really helpful guildmate that would help or discuss the game with you right in our Discord. So anyway, thanks for the guide, Blind Knight. Now help me get those sponsorships, yeah? Okay, so let's start with the highlight of this banner, which I actually think Saria is actually the main highlight here, but you know, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Okay, Blind Eye review for Victoria. Victoria pros and cons as follows. The pros: high attack, high agility, bracket for Lancer, Dragoon. Powerful answer to Lucia, decent mobility and access to Soldier, which always a plus, especially when it comes to Hazard Break. She has cast time moves, bracket jump, but is somewhat mitigated by her master ability. Master ability give her 20% reduction to casting time, okay, for her jump ability. Okay, the negatives, she's actually situational, designed to be used versus Lucia, so her matchup chart will continue to downgrade moving forward. Next, her limit burst has a weird skill shot. It's an X from her location. I mean, who's her X anyway? I thought there's only waifus in Wizard. Oh wait, unless... Moving on, the next negative is hard to acquire AP. Despite having some TP skills, the most is on Thief and they require enemy to proc. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of trouble for what it's worth, but still, she's a really strong UR. Okay, overall, a short-term answer to Lucia that will pretty much fall off slowly as the meta progresses. Once Kirufei comes out, she will be uncommon in PvP. Okay, next, I wanna hop over to my JP account right here. Tada, JP account. Okay, this is Saria in the background. Okay, really cheerful there. Okay, next, the review for Saria. Okay, don't be so shocked. The pros: MR meaning higher availability, but more on that later. Also, she has high mag, very nice TMR, good sub jobs, access to both Flare and Holy, decent mobility. Her negatives are low resistance HP. Okay, her bulk is really low, so caution is needed. Counters could be better. So overall, the price of the banner, she's pretty much a UR level character, but MR. She becomes powerful option moving forward when evade meta starts to pick up, okay, especially the Holy. Anyway, Saria is the MR version of Gilgamesh. Her rates are half and her shards are more than the price of other UMRs. So her shards is 40 visuals per shards instead of 30 visuals per shard, you know, for MR units. But thankfully, you can actually farm 3 shards a day in hard quests, unlike Gilgamesh, which you can only farm once a day. So if you could actually look at her as a UR, then you could probably pull for her, since actually her pull rate is also very similar with the URs. Okay, I'm gonna... So just for reference, it's 0.186% to pull her compared with other MRs at 0.37%. Okay, let me just go to the summon page for you to see. Okay, so for example, this is the current banner right here, which Gracia, I believe she's actually the sister for Victoria. I mean, they are both from Wizard, right? So very likely they are actually sisters, but I'm not really sure about that. Okay, it says Wizard here, so Gracia probably be her sister or something like that. So the rates right here, okay, you are, you know, 2%. As MR, this is actually MR 8%. Okay, along with the vision cards here. Okay, so for banner URs, it's actually 0.8%. Okay, this is actually for Gracia. And then let's go down to the SSR, which is MR. Okay, so for MR, it's actually 1.5%. Okay, and then the rest are like 0.3 right here. This is off banner. Okay, if you scroll right down, you can see there's a 0.151%. This is actually Saria right here. Okay, this is Saria Thunder. Okay, so what I believe is if she is actually on banner, which is the featured unit tomorrow, I believe she might actually be half, you know, like, wait, this UR. She might actually be half, so 0.75. So very close to the feature unit right here, which is Glacier, no, 0.8%. So almost the same rates. But if she get a full 1.5%, then I'm really happy about that, though I'm actually doubting that could be the case. But we'll know really soon. So we'll see how. Also, there's a new special event quest coming to you, so you can actually farm more of her shards during this event. But I guess I'll explain this in the next video, probably tomorrow or something. Okay, and right now let's head over to the website. Okay, I'm using wotvcalc.com. Okay, let me just go there. Okay, it's kind of laggy. I have like too many things on. Okay, BlueStacks is actually taking a lot more resources than LD Player, but you know, BlueStacks is the only thing that works for me right now, so can't complain. Okay, so this is the page for Victoria in wtv/calc.com. So this is on top of the quick and dirty guide by Blind Eye. So I'm adding on. Victoria is actually ranked S in Ultima right now, which is still really good. Though their rank is like, you know, SS, then S plus, and S, and then finally A, which is kind of weird because A is like their lowest rank for UR units. I mean, okay, because they are UR units. So the rest could be like, you know, B, C, and etc. So the first thing to note is she's of the ice element, which is not surprising since Wizard looks kind of like located in a really cold region, right? Also, her main job is Dragoon, which does pierce damage, but her two other jobs are Soldier and Thief, which does slash damage each. One thing to start noticing after running the raids are things like chaining, which plays a big role in adding additional damage to your party. So with her element and weapon type, she can actually chain with a couple of units. I mean, it's not really flexible with her options, but we have in global right now. She can be best, you know, relatively best put in teams with Gilgamesh if she actually uses her soldier sub-job, though which in this case she would suffer from not being able to utilize her master ability, which grants her a plus 10 pierce and also the ability activation negative 20% for her jump skills, which is 20% faster when she charges her jump skills. Also, Nasha is actually a good pick even though she's a tank, as she has both slash and pierce. So both of them can actually, you know, complement each other in chaining. Kuri, aka the King of Wizard, can also pair with her as well. I mean, probably not want to because of issues to a certain extent, as well as Medina, since they can ice chain. So Medina can use Blizzard and then Victoria can use ice skills, so they can have like ice change, ice elemental chain. Yeah, okay. Then next, let's take a look at her skills. Okay, so let's scroll down right there to check out her skills. Okay, main job. Okay, so in her main job, she has a couple of jump abilities. She's a Dragoon and that's all they do, jumping all day. So her main jump ability is pretty vanilla, short distance and does average amount of damage at 190%. She also has an ability to buff her own attack by 42% for 3 turns. For horizontal jump, she can actually reach really far at 5 range. Okay, so this is the furthest that any unit can get so far. And vertical jump can probably reach a height 5. Okay, but it's a much shorter distance at only, you know, 2 distance, but 5. So if in certain maps, she can actually jump to hit her opponent, which is where the counter for Lucia comes in. Okay, so certain maps actually make your units run up the ramp, which takes a really long detour. Okay, and then gunners like Lucia and Frederica will, you know, just take their own sweet time to just snipe them off, while the melee units, maybe like Orlando or Ramza, whoever, you know, they will take a long time to get them. But with this horizontal jump, she would probably be able to reach them, you know, just when she comes close, and then she can use this skill, and then when she jumps, they cannot shoot her at all, you know, that kind of thing. So the gunners will probably target the tanks or I don't know, some other unit. And then finally, she has Dragon Dive, which does AoE damage at a 185% multiplier that has range 3 and can hit the 4th tower. So it's actually quite far as well, and then can hit actually 5 units total. Next, her Dragoon sub-job gives her 2 additional skills. Okay, let me just scroll down a bit. Okay, right here. Her Dragoon sub-job actually gives her 2 additional skills. One is Dragon Roar, which has 25% chance to decrease bravery by 43%, which that is actually AoE as well. And you know that when your teammates reach a certain threshold of bravery, they will turn into chicken. That's something to note. Bravery actually also affects their damage output as well. Encoding overload. Okay, it seems like my BlueStack is taking like too much resources that my OBS cannot. It's like warning me like, you know, overloaded and something like that. So I have like 2 emulators on and my browser open, so it might be, you know, resource intensive, I don't know. And then Flying Dragon gives herself 1 extra move and 1 extra jump for 3 turns, which makes her pretty mobile at 4 move and 5 jumps in total. If she also equip her support ability Knowledge of Thieves, which is actually recommended, then she will have a total of 5 moves and 5 jump in total along with 12% agility. Now let's take a look at her other sub-jobs as well, because honestly she has quite a kit here. In her soldier sub-job, she has Hazard Form, which increases her attack by 50% for 3 turns, but honestly I would rather use Dragon Blood instead, unless you really need that extra 8%. Then it might be worth choosing that over Dragon Blood, because you take some damage. Also she has Hazard Spin, which deals 235% AoE around her, and finally Hazard Break, which deals 225% AoE damage with a range of 3 reaching that 4th tile, but it consumes her own HP by 25% while doing that. Also note that her master ability does not apply to both soldier and thief, as they are both slash and not pierce, so you're not maximize the master ability. So it'd be nice to actually give her extra attack instead of pierce, I guess. I don't know, to make her a bit more flexible. And then finally her team sub job, just one important skill to highlight, which is Steal Time, which is precious in raid, okay, to keep that chain going. You want her to be the versatile unit, like if she's the last person to act before the boss, it might be actually be good to use Steal Time. And finally her limit burst is an interesting cross shape, as mentioned previously. AoE attack, which does 200% damage with a 67% chance to charm for 3 turns. Okay, then I want to throw up all the way to the support abilities. Support abilities right here. Okay, support abilities are Jump +1, HP up, Knowledge of Thief, which grants movement +1, and then 12% agility. This is the recommended support ability as mentioned. Abandonment grants a whopping 60% attack increment, but reduces all attack types resistance by 8% when maxed out. This is also the recommended ability to equip. And the last support is Earn AP up, which grants 50 extra AP. Okay, now we're done with Victoria. Let's take a look at Zarya. Okay, Zarya right here. Okay, so the first thing to note that she is lightning element and a mage. So her choice of spell would definitely be Thunder instead of whatever element the other mages cast. So like Medina used Blizzard, Zarya here will use Thunder spells. Her master ability grants her a really nice mag 20% boost and also mag attack 15. Her subjobs are White Mage and Ninja, which is pretty close to Medina, I would say. That's why her mag is pretty nuts at 245, ranking in 3rd place overall. Yeah, even comparing with UR, she's actually ranked 3rd. Okay, so now I'm gonna scroll down to look at her main skill. Okay, main skill right here. Okay, so her main job is pretty standard for Mage. Thunder, Bio, Thunder Guard, Hold, and Flare, which is exactly the same like Medina, but lightning version. Her mage sub-job also has the same things as Medina has, which is Drain, Thundera, Osmos, and also Sleep. Then let's scroll down to her white mage sub-job. This sub-job is the main difference between her and Medina. He has a ton of white mage utility, which is amazing to double up as a backup healer, since she has Cure, Kiora, Kyoraga, Shell, Protect, and even Raise. She also has Iswana, which I'm pretty sure will be helpful in future content if status ailment becomes a problem. Right now we currently don't have that kind of stuff, so we are still fine. But it's good to prepare right now, okay? Well, she also has Holy, which is a really strong spell that never miss. Okay, so pretty much important to have against evasion teams. For that alone, I would say her recommended sub-job is White Mage. And then scroll down. Okay, I think here is fine. Okay, and then her last sub-job, Ninja, is also almost exactly the same as Medina. He has Height, Shuriken, Poison Mist, Hyoton. I don't know what's Hyoton. Okay, I don't know what's the ability. And then Decider of Faith. And while Medina has Utsusemi, which grants evasion up, Zarya's last skill is 25% chance to inflict stop for 30 turns. Okay, I think it's 3 turns. Wait, right here, is it 3 turns? Yeah, it says 30 turns, but okay, I believe that's a typo error, so it's gonna be 3 turns. Imagine 30 turns stop. Okay, that would be super OP. Then let's scroll up for her support abilities. Okay, support abilities right here. So her support abilities are increase mag by 30%. Okay, definitely this one to use. And then Nullify Doom, increase agility and luck, and then also move plus jump +1. Okay, so that's another one which increases the mobility. So these two are recommended. Reaction ability, okay, counter would be magic counter over regen or the poison counter. Okay, the last thing I want to note is her TMR. Where is her TMR? Okay, it only says here TMR is increase human killer 20%. It doesn't elaborate, but I'm gonna on my JP account right now. Okay, let's head to Okay, this one right here. Okay, so Saria's TMR. This is something that I want to highlight right now. Okay, Saria here. Okay, her TMR here. Okay, I'm still working on her even in JP. This ribbon right here. The last thing I want to highlight is this TMR. I mean, it's one of the reasons she looks great, which I'll explain in a while. Okay, it actually grants human killer, which is great for PvP. There's a requirement that it has to be magic attack for it though. Even though on the website it actually says human killer, but it never states, you know, the requirement, which is actually magic. You have to actually use magic to get that 20% human killer. So this is basically a human killer for mages. Of course, it comes with some stats like 172 HP, Spirit 8. Okay, this is actually Spirit. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, so this is actually her TMR, right on her left thigh. You see here, this is her TMR. So this is actually used as accessory, but it also grants her, you know, some magic powers. So pretty cool. So that's all for today's review. I'm probably gonna try to pull for her tomorrow and may end up getting Victoria along the way, but no complaints there because both of them are waifu as well. So why tomorrow? Because I mentioned earlier in the video, it's almost lunchtime right here on a Tuesday. So tomorrow's the banner, which is on a Wednesday. And as usual, I'm slow at making these videos, but I'm trying hard not to get distracted. So I'll get some sleep after uploading this video and then make another update video, you know, tomorrow. Okay, I mean, when I wake up, you know, for tomorrow's event and other good stuff. So basically planning for quite a number of videos and hopefully I can do them ASAP for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully learn something from it. Subscribe if you have not done so and like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.